Over the past 2 decades, Turkish farms have changed dramatically. Organic farming grew fast and then declined. In this video, I dive into the real numbers behind agriculture, what we are using in our fields, how much and why it all matters for the future food. Organic farming once promised a greener future, but what really happened over the last 2 decades? Let's take a closer look at the rise and recent decline of organic crop production between 2002 and 2024. From 2002 to 2013, organic farming in Turkey saw rapid expansion. The area under organic cultivation grew from just over 100,000 hectares to nearly 800,000. At the same time, the number of farms adopting organic practices also surged. Productivity was improving too. Yield per hectare increased consistently, pointing to better practices, improved soil management, and possibly stronger market demand. Between 2013 and 2018, organic farming reached its peak. Land use, farm numbers, and yields were at their highest. This was the golden era for organic agriculture in Turkey. But then came a sharp downturn. From 2019 onward, the organic sector began to shrink. By 2024, the cultivated area had dropped by more than half, and yields followed the same downwards path. What caused this decline? Experts point to changing agriculture policies, rising costs, reduced consumer demand, and challenges in certification and market access, as well as the pandemic. Can organic farming bounce back, or is this end of a green dream? From feeding growing populations to polluting our soils, chemical fertilizer play a complex role in modern agriculture. But how has their use changed over the last 15 years? Let's break it down. The story actually begins in 2009 with over 10 billion tons of chemical fertilizer used, around 9 million tons, a nearly 10% decrease. This early dip could be due to global market conditions or rising costs. Then came a sharp rebound from 2012 to 2016. Fertilizer use climbed steadily, peaking at almost 14 million tons in 2016, an impressive 30% increase from the previous year. But the boom didn't last. The next 2 years saw a rapid decline, with usage falling below 11 million tons in 2018 and the annual change rate dropping as low as minus 25%. Fertilizer use bounced back in 2020, reaching its highest level in the chart, over 14 million tons. Since then, there has been a slight fluctuation, but no clear upward or downward trend. The yellow line shows percentage change each year and is all over the place. This indicates a highly volatile fertilizer market influenced by supply chains, crop prices, energy costs, and even climate shocks. Why does this matter? Increased fertilizer use can boost yields, but also harms soil health and water systems. Meanwhile, erratic usage points to instability farmers face in managing input costs. Are we becoming too dependent on synthetic inputs, or are we learning to balance yield with sustainability? How have pesticide use patterns changed over the past 2 decades? Are we using more than ever or learning to cut back? Let's take a deep dive into the data from 2006 and to 2024. We start in 2006 with pesticide use just under 45,000 tons. Over the next few years, use remained relatively stable, but with some sharp percentage changes. In 2008, for example, use plummeted by more than 50%, followed by a big rebound in 2009. The biggest shift came in 2016 when pesticide use skyrocketed to nearly 60,000 tons, a massive 30% increase over the previous year. This marks the single largest surge in the dataset. After that, the trend became unstable. Usage dropped in 2019 and again in 2024, with occasional modest rebounds in between. The yellow line clearly shows this volatility, with the percentage change swinging between 20% and minus 15% in several years, as seen in the figure. Overall, pesticide use has increased slightly from 2006 to 2024, but the real story is the inconsistency. Farmers and policymakers are likely reacting to pest outbreaks, crop demands, and environmental regulations. While pesticides help protect crops, overuse can harm pollinators, contaminate water, and threaten soil